If you're watching this video, you probably love makeup, which means you probably also love browsing the makeup aisles at different stores, and maybe you like to go into the Target makeup aisles to see what's new. But at least the issue I have sometimes is there's so many options nowadays, it can feel really overwhelming. So I wanted to give you a Target capsule collection. A lot of these are great picks for fair skin. They're great fall makeup essentials. So the next time you go into Target, you know what's worth your money and what's not, so you don't end up wasting money, because that's just the worst. No returns here. If you do appreciate these videos or find them helpful, make sure you are subscribed and you can give this video a like at any point. Also wanted to announce that I am doing a channel membership now. I will link to it below so you can be one of the first members. It's going to have some exclusive community posts so you can vote on the products that I try next. I'm also going to be having some exclusive shorts, so short form videos that only you're allowed to see, and you also do get some early access to videos as well. I have my full bag of the best of beauty and skincare at Target, so without further ado, let's get started. Since skin prep is such an important part of makeup, I really wanted to mention some skincare products. Two here are some of my favorites that work beautifully under makeup, and you can find them at Target. This is the Honest Beauty Stay Hydrated Hyaluronic Acid and NMF Serum. It's nice and light, so you're not adding a ton of weight to your makeup. I've tried this before. This is just a new bottle that I have. It's a little bit milky, but the texture is beautiful. It sinks in like almost immediately, so you don't have to wait for it to sink in for too long before you go in with makeup. It gives you that burst of hydration. I think no matter your skin type, hydration is just everyone's gonna need it. And Honest Beauty is also a great brand for sensitive skin like mine, so I love their skincare. So my next product is also from them, which is their Hydrogel cream. I tried this so long ago in like their old packaging. This is the new packaged one. Same great formula though, I believe. It's been a staple in my routine for a while now. If you've never tried their Hydrogel cream, like the name suggests, it is like a gel cream. So if you don't know what gel creams are, they're usually a lot more lighter. They go beautifully together because the serum is nice and light and hydrating, and then that moisturizer over the top seals it in and gives you a little bit more moisture, and they work so well under makeup. Can't recommend them enough. So this is my holy grail skin prep duo. If you feel like your makeup isn't looking right, try some skin prep out. Love these. For primers, I have two here to mention depending on what you're looking for. First, if you want some glow to your makeup, this is actually a new product from Covergirl. It's the Covergirl Trublend Skin Enhancer Luminizer. This is the shade Jelly Opal Glow. This has a transparent base to it basically, and this also is a really hydrating product, so it's great for skincare. This is quite shimmery though. It's not one that's like the absolute best for all over the face unless you love a really shimmery look, but this on the high points of the face under makeup, it's so beautiful. It is a dupe for the Say Glowy Super Gel, a drugstore dupe. It's a little bit more shimmery than that one, but they honestly have such a similar look to them that this one will do the job for sure. Another product from Covergirl, I think I just love Covergirl and Honest Beauty for the same reason. They're good for sensitive skin, so I usually don't break out to their products. This is the Color Correcting Serum, Moisturizer, and Primer. Now they do make this in several different shades. This is the green correcting shade, which you have fair skin if you have redness. This one is the balm. So this is more of a creamy primer. It gives you slightly more of a smoothing effect, but then of course, because it has that tint, it gives you the color correction, and this green doesn't like fade into skin tone or anything. It actually stays green, so when you do a light layer of this over your redness, it will just cancel it out. If you don't have like redness all over your face, maybe just use it as a target corrector, because it might end up making you look a little bit green if you don't have olive skin and you put this all over your face. So just keep that in mind, but I absolutely love this. Raved about it before, so you probably already know. I love it. Moving into base products, even though this is a capsule collection, I like to give you different formulas, especially for the base products, because we all have different skin type and different kinds of looks that we want in our makeup. So I have three different ones here that I like. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint with Vitamin C. My least favorite thing about this is the shades. This is more of my undertone, but it's not quite light enough, so I usually wear it in the summer. But this is a beautiful serum foundation. It has like a light medium coverage. It's buildable. You can sort of see in the bottle it has a little bit of a glow to it. This is the shade 110. It doesn't wear for a super long amount of time, so if you just want something like casual to throw on, this is a really good one. Just don't expect that like extreme long wear out of it. It's also probably best for like normal to combo or drier skin. If you're really oily, this one just might move around a bit too much. And then this one is really great for dry skin because it's very dewy. This one has a good, nice, light fair shade. This is the Revlon Skin Caring Foundation. This is squalene, so it also has those skincare benefits in it. This is the shade 105, really nice, light, like pale yellow shade. This is again is maybe a little bit more of like a light coverage foundation, more of a liquidy consistency. This one is liquidy, but it's like slightly more body than this Revlon one. It's quite thin and layerable, but like I mentioned, maybe only if you have dry skin because it just has that moisture to it. It's gonna slip around a little bit more. Then this one is probably good for more normal to combo skin. This is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This is the shade 12 Fair Warm. This is a medium coverage foundation. This one's really long lasting. It's really perfecting. Definitely more like medium buildable, like definitely more coverage than those other two. Those are more like skin tint type of like really skin-like finishes. This one is like if you just want to be perfected, I would go with this one. I also really like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. If you have oily skin, that one is very matte. Any other skin type, it might be a little bit finicky on you, but it is so long lasting and they have good fair shades. For concealers at Target, there's not really a ton. I'm so picky about concealers, but the only one I could think of was the Honest Beauty concealer. This is the Fresh Flex concealer. This comes in a beautiful glass bottle. Now this I don't love for the under eyes. It does crease quite a bit, but if you have more like normal dry skin, it might actually work quite beautifully. This feels like such a high-end product. It has a doe foot applicator with like the double-sided applicator, and this as a blemish concealer or to boost coverage is actually really nice. I don't know the shade name. I will find it out and pop it in the description though. It's also called an anti-creasing concealer, but I don't find that to be true. But putting that aside, it's a beautiful face concealer, and I think at Target, like the quality that you get from these are so nice. It definitely doesn't feel like you bought it at Target. Moving on to powders, another category, I do have options for you. First, for a loose powder, I really like this one from Well People. I love that Well People is at Target. The loose Superpowder brightening powder. This, if you have fair skin, is totally translucent, so you don't have to worry about the shade casting dark on you. This does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but I find it beautiful for the under eyes and beautiful for all over the face. It controls oil. It looks really skin-like, but keep in mind it has a little bit of shimmer. If you don't like that, I have some other options, but this one is so good and I feel like underrated. Sticking with the same brand, actually, I wanted to mention the counterpart to that one, which is the Baked Brightener. Really similar formula. This is the baked version. This is their old packaging. I think they have the white packaging now, but this is a beautiful baked powder. Again, has that little bit of glow, so it never looks flat or too matte. So beautiful. Again, feels like really high-end and just like a beautiful made product and sets makeup down really nicely. Now for a loose powder, the Fit Me tinted powder. This is definitely my favorite tinted powder from Target. The shade Fair 05 is actually very, very light, that it's truly brightening on fair skin. And usually I find that these colored powders are so heavy on my skin. They make my makeup look cakey. This is the one exception. I really like this one from Maybelline. I've had it forever. It just works if I want to like boost coverage or do a little bit of baking. So really a gem. For bronzer recommendations, I didn't want to mention too many because I have a full video about all my favorite drugstore bronzers. I did want to mention the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. I hate the scent of this, but the color is so beautiful that I still recommend it if you don't mind like the tropical scent. Kind of just smells like the Physicians Formula butter bronzer, but I love the shade of this. It's actually like a rosy, like it's just so good for fair skin. The shade is unlike any other bronzer at the drugstore. It's really hard to find like non-orange shades. Definitely does have shimmer in it, but it has this more like rosy neutral tone to it that is just so unique and worth trying if you don't mind the scent. Oh, I actually have one more powder to mention. The e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder, the pressed version. This is nice if you want just a matte moving HD powder, so didn't want to forget that one. For blushes, creams, let's start with that. We have the Pixi On The Glow Blush Tinted Moisture Stick. Pixi, such a great brand at Target. This is the shade Ruby, which is a red shade. I feel like this is so flattering for so many skin tones. I find that it's nice on fair skin. They also have so many other shades. This is definitely more of like a dewier bronzer with a medium level of pigment. It's not too pigmented, so it's really workable. Gives you a nice glow and just makes the skin look really nice. For powder formulas, the Revlon Tickled Pink blush I always like to mention. This is a blue-based pink, completely matte blush. Really nice and creamy. It's not super pigmented, which is really good for fair skin. It definitely is buildable though and gives you that nice like hot pink flush. For a shimmer blush, I like the Fit Me Maybelline blush. This is the shade Mauve. So this is a super light, more of a purpley pink that has shimmer in it. It's such a fair shade of blush that if you have fair skin, this one is going to be so flattering and so pretty on you. It's definitely like a blush light, like it definitely catches the light a lot, but if you have fair skin, you want something super flattering and light, try one of these out. But formula wise, I love both of them, so you can also pick your own shade. A highlighter that doesn't cast dark on me in general is hard to find, and then at Target it's even harder, but these are new from Pixi and I love them, the Pixi On The Glow sticks. So similar formula to the blushes. This is the shade, the lightest shade, Ice Pearl. They also have a lavender shade. It's just a pure pearly white highlight. It's all I ever wanted from a highlighter, and it has a nice cream formula. It is really glowy, nice to apply with your fingers or a brush to blend it out, and it's definitely not glittery or anything. It's just so flattering and will not cast dark on fair skin. Eyeshadow at the drugstore or at Target is one thing where I'm like, maybe just like buy something that's a little bit more pricey, because the formulas at the drugstore can just be like so non-pigmented and just like not great. So the only ones I could think of are if you wanted a single shadow with a little bit of shimmer, the ColourPop single shadows, the Super Shock shadows. These are so pretty. They have a variety of shades. If you just want a topper shade, this can do a lot. Also, the ColourPop palettes I would say are such a great buy from Target. I know at my Target they have a variety of different colors. They have some neutrals, cool tones, warm tones, whatever you're looking for. The ColourPop formulas are the best bang for your buck. Only like honorary mention is the Pixi palettes. Their metallics are really nice. So not like super everyday friendly because you don't have any mattes in here, but if you wanted a nice shimmery palette, those are great. If you wanted a shimmery liquid shadow topper, I really love the Pixi formulas. This is the shade Crystalline. This, I actually match it today, is a very shimmery, it definitely has some like blue, purple, silver, little bit of green reflect in it for the lids. Now these do dry down and they give such a pretty glitter finish to the eyes. Really like these, and they always come out with like fun shades, especially during the holidays. To run through just the basics for brow pencil, I do like the Maybelline small tipped brow pencil. I don't have that on hand because I'm using my other ones at the moment, but the other recommendations for eyes I have are the NYX Epic Wear liner sticks. You know I love these, I talk about them so much. Get one of the metallic shades, they'll make your eyes glow. They're so good. They don't come off of the waterline. Amazing, from NYX. Also another one from NYX. NYX is like the goat for eyeliners. The Epic ink liner, they have this in brown, they have this in black. It's a brush tip liner, so it's really precise. Does not smudge, does not come off. And then my favorite mascara at the moment is the Maybelline Firework Mascara. Just the original one, but I also love the Sky High Mascara. The difference between the two is this one is a lot more like dramatic and thickening. It's what I have on my lashes today. It's really wet when you first open it, but it sort of gets better as it starts to dry out a little bit. The brush picks up a lot more product, so depending on like what kind of look, the Sky High is easier to apply, gets less messy. This one's a little more messier but gives you more drama. If you're a cool toned lip lover like myself, the lip product section at Target can be so frustrating. So many lip products pull warm. These ones do not. These are my favorites. First, the NYX lip liners is what I would grab. This is the nude beige shade. I also want to mention the ColourPop one. Now my favorite is Cool BFF. This is nude beige, by the way, from ColourPop. They don't have that in my store. It looks like they maybe don't carry it, but I did see they have the Oh Snap shade, which is a pinkier tone lip liner, but it still has a nice cool undertone. So if you wanted like a substitute, I would say the Oh Snap shade is a nice one that doesn't pull warm. And then for lipstick, I love the Well People lipsticks. They're such good quality. The Optimist lipstick, this is the shade Oh Mia. This I've worn a lot before. It's like the prettiest like cool toned red, definitely more like a berry red if you wanted something that's gonna be really flattering and cool toned. As a red shade, it's a bit more like a bold full lip, but it's gorgeous. Nice like creamy. They are matte, but they have like a slight sheen to them, so maybe more like a satin. But yeah, they're so pigmented and luxurious feeling. For lip balms, the Naturium Phyto Glow, this is the shade Mocha, which is a deep brown. I like this one, but my favorite is the Plum Drop shade, which is the deep purple. These are really nice. They're definitely thick and stay on the lips with a little bit of tint to them, but I think my all-time favorite tinted lip balm from Target is the Honest Beauty Plum Drop. Talked about this before. I put it in my cool tone lip swatch video. If you like cool tone lips or just like a nice like Clinique Black Honey type of lip balm look, do yourself a favor and try this out. The formulas are like, it's a bit more sheer, but it has like a nice shine to it, which I really like. It doesn't feel too heavy on the lips. And the shade Plum Drop, isn't that just like the most perfect, like muted? It's not too much of a berry. It still leans really natural. If you're just like touching up throughout the day, this is so nice, and it doesn't accentuate dry skin, and like layers really well. It's just so good. This is my new one I finally got because my old one was getting low. For lip gloss, the Covergirl Yummy Glosses are really nice. These are a very sheer formula, so it doesn't really matter what kind of shade you want. It just gives you a hint of whatever color. It's definitely not this bright. This is the shade But First a Cosmo. These are like a lip gloss balm, so they have a very like balmy, non-sticky feel. You get a really big applicator with it. This one smells like Fruity Pebbles. They can be a little bit strong if you don't mind that though. I really like them. And then the e.l.f. plumping glosses are great. This is from the Jennifer Coolidge collab, but I also have the regular formula. This has new packaging now, but love this formula if you don't mind like a regular, like it has a slight stick to it, but it helps it really stay on the lips. Like beautiful, just like classic glossy gloss. They have really nice applicators. They definitely don't feel like you're getting a super cheap like e.l.f. lip gloss. They're really beautiful. And then for setting spray, you can't go wrong with the Pixie Mist. If you're looking for something to actually help extend the wear of your makeup though, I would go with their Makeup Fixing Mist. This one has rose water and green tea. It helps really extend the wear of makeup. Looks really fresh, melts in all that powder. And the rest of them, if you're like confused what the differences are, I have like the Vitamin Wake Up Mist. We have the Hydrating Milky Mist. These all work nicely as setting sprays. Just note that they're probably not going to extend the wear of your makeup. Their glowy spray is so glowy if you want like a really dewy look. But yeah, all of these do a really nice job at setting down makeup, but I would say stick with the Makeup Mist if you're looking for the longevity. That was my Target capsule collection for fall favorites and fair skin makeup picks. If you found this helpful, again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna put another video on the screen here so we could keep hanging out. And remember, if you're interested in becoming a member, check that link below, and I will see you in this next video. Bye.